Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another beautiful Thursday afternoon in Seattle, Washington. God, I love this place. There's no better place to live. And you know what? It's legal to light up your weed pipe. Holy crap, you should have seen the haze over Seattle this morning. Man, oh man, if you're on my Twitter, you saw the picture. Crap, I've never seen so much smoke in my life. Those people were puffing tough down there. In fact, I think I saw HR puffing tough. Or was that puffing stuff? I don't remember, but heck. I'm Big Low. You're watching the Big Sports Lowdown, and good golly, Miss Molly, we got a show for you today. Me and my little cohort here, Mr. Mark A. Miller. What's up, buddy?
How you doing, Lo?
A little high five. Seahawks win in the Windy City.
Road win, big thing. Finally.
Dude, it's about time. You know, everybody's talking about the monkey on her back, the monkey on her back. Even Pete Carroll, he said we got a road win this year. Hey, Pete, we got two, buddy. We beat Cam Newton and those Carolina Panthers in Carolina. So that's two road wins today. Nobody thinks that we're going to beat these teams, and what do? We go out and we do it.
That's, you know, win the hard ones, lose the easy ones.
Patriots, Cowboys, Packers, Bears, Cam Newton and the Panthers.
It's like, how do we lose to Carolina, Arizona, you know? Look at who we beat, you know, seriously. Look at who we've beaten this year. They play
You mean, how do we lose to Detroit, Miami? Oh, my God. You know, it's those couple games. Shoot, that dang game down in Arizona. I mean, good Lord.
That's what makes the NFL good, though, because you know what? There's parity in the fact that there's no dominant teams this year. Anybody could win the Super Bowl this season, and you know what?
Atlanta Falcons,
why not us?
The Houston Texans. I mean, these teams that are usually nobodies, they're playing ball and doing it well. I mean, it's one of those years. What's going to happen? Can those guys get past those first rounds of the playoffs? I mean, this is new to them. This is new turf. It's hard to play on this new turf.
Ryan's got the
the choke factor.
Yeah, so
I like the way you think.
The NFC's wide open this year. You know, why not grab the 2 seed? You know, Atlanta may choke away a playoff game in the divisional round. You might end up hosting the NFC Championship.
Woo!
Why not?
Could you imagine that, Seattle fans? Could we host the NFC Championship? It can happen. We run the table. We go 4-0 these next 4 games. San Francisco goes to New England, gets their butts whooped. A couple weeks from now, they come to Seattle. There's no way, you, me, all of us fans are going to let the 49ers beat us here in Seattle. It's not going to happen. I don't see it.
I don't either. I think we're gonna run the table. Actually,
you know, they're going to have this big quarterback controversy in the next couple weeks. I see it coming. Harbaugh, ha. Mr. What was the latest thing? Jim Harbaugh appeared on Saved by the Bell. Are you kidding me? He was like, what, Screech's cousin, or I forget what they said, but good Lord, man. They had some footage thing running on Twitter. It was running on Facebook. I mean, it was everywhere the other day. And woo!
Harbaugh,
ha.
Cannot stand that guy.
I don't think many people like him.
I just don't about him that rubs you wwrong. You know what I mean?
I want to know if he's married. Does his wife actually?
He's actually been divorced, and I was like, shocker. You know, shocking. You know, there's. Wow.
So you may ask yourself, what the heck's Low got all over the place? Is Big Low having fun today? Big Low has fun every day. Man, I got 2 former awesome Seahawks, 2 former Seahawks in studio today. Joe Tafoya, Kerry Carter. They're going to tell us about their new little mobile media experience. They've got quite a company going on, and these guys, they're smart. I think Joe Tafoya, he's one of those guys that calls himself the world's largest nerd. I don't know about that, because I'm kind of a nerd too, and I'm a lot bigger than he is. But you didn't hear that from me. but we'll find out from him when he comes inside. And then also, we got Jim Bell, Super Bowl champion from the 49ers in '89. He's got the ring to prove it, and he's going to show it to you in a little bit. He is also the man behind the foam head and the new 3D fan foam. These are just bad. I can say it. They're badass. I'm telling you. You guys are going to dig this stuff.
You got a man cave, you're going to want one.
Oh, if you don't have a man cave, you're going to want one because you want to
True.
go to the games and sit there. Yeah, Seahawks, Seahawks, Seahawks. You know what I'm talking about. And we're going to have that coming up real soon. But for now, me and Mark, a little more Seahawks football. Brandon Browner takes the 4-game suspension. We were discussing this last week. Where's this going to go? Richard Sherman, why doesn't he just jump on the bandwagon now, say, let me get this 4-game suspension out of the way, because you know dang good and well Roger Goodell and everybody in the lower 48 states just cannot stand us up here in Southwest Alaska.
I honestly think Mr. Browner might have thrown himself under the bus to save Mr. Sherman.
You think so?
I'm thinking maybe they'll reduce his suspension. I think that's the only thing
But
I
what
can
would
think
they
of.
give
Why
him?
don't you? Yeah.
Write him out a 2-game suspension?
2 games I can deal with. They'll be back for the playoffs.
If
That's
you
all
look
that
at the
matters.
blogs right now, Jerry Brewer wrote a story today, and people are just, some dudes imitating me, saying he's Big Low Jr. Okay? There's all kinds of crud going on right now in the world of blog. I can't do blogs. Me, I'm one of those guys that I see the blogs, and I see these guys with their whole little, they're like trolls. They're like the guy under the bridge that like comes up and reaches at your ankles, and the little chihuahua that bites at your ankles. This stuff makes me ill. It's just like some of these people and the words that they write, some of these guys are just, they're just lambasting. Brandon Browner is the biggest cheater I've ever seen. Are you serious? I used to be a fan of Richard Sherman and Brandon Browner. Nope, not anymore. Are you kidding me? 6 months ago, Marshawn Lynch, remember? DUI?
Yes, DUI.
And I told every one of you guys, why are you calling him names? Why are you dissing him? Because you're going to be his fans in a month and a half when he's running the ball down the field, and you're going to want Marshawn to go beast mode, and you're going to want to throw your little Skittles when he scores that touchdown. And what's going on? Oh yeah, I forgot about the DUI. Wow, did that happen?
What have you done for me lately? That's how it is. That's how it is.
Oh, it's that bandwagon. That's that frustrating bandwagon. Me as a fan, I love these guys. I bleed their color. It doesn't matter what they do. We all make mistakes, and we all learn from them. That's
True.
what life's about. It's stepping stones. You don't analyze what you have done or what you have done. You analyze what's in your future. What's going to happen tomorrow? Am I going to be a better person tomorrow?
Exactly.
And you know, these guys made a mistake.
If they learn from it, then hey, more power to them. That's what you want. I mean, you don't want them to be suspended,
It's not
but
a
just
case
learn
of
from it. That's all. Just learn
It's not a
from it.
case of guilty or not guilty. It's a case of learn from the mistake, go onward, and play football.
Exactly.
We need these guys. I mean, they're huge cornerstones on that defense. But my thoughts right now, if Marcus is healthy, they're going to move him to one of the corner spots.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Walter Thurman's got some proving to do. He wants to show people, hey, I'm the same guy that was kicking butt a few years ago when he was healthy. He played some good ball. He did a really fine job.
Honestly, I'm not. If it was any other position, I'd be scared. But defensive back, we have depth at. You know, when Trufont's your nickel back,
Right.
basically you're saying you've got a lot of depth up there at corner. So I'm not
yeah.
too scared of missing those two guys, especially with the teams we're going to be playing. Other than San Francisco, I mean, and their receiving core, I mean, it's not that good.
Right.
Truthfully, they're not that great.
Randy Moss isn't what he used to be.
Yes, Randy Moss.
The
10
only one
years
I'm
ago
worried
might
about
have
is
been 5 years ago.
Is Mr. Moneytree.
Exactly. I mean,
I love calling him Moneytree.
Other than that, you're not looking at a very tough set of receivers
No.
you're going to be playing the rest of the way.
Not at all.
You got Stevie Johnson, you got Larry Fitzgerald, but they don't have a quarterback to
Right.
get him the football. So
My buddy says the other day, Big Low, aren't you worried about St. Louis? It's like, dude, we're playing him here.
Exactly.
There's a big difference between playing a team on the road at 10 a.m. You know, I mean, that's early.
When we lost to St. Louis, it was a Thursday night curse. You know, you were on the road on a Thursday after playing a Sunday the week before. I mean, that's going to happen. That statistically has happened a lot this year, and Goodell's going to have to look at that next year about the Thursday night games. Are the players fatigued from playing a Sunday night game? Should they, you know?
Well, remember we talked about that the flex thing a couple weeks ago. Well, now I'm hearing that they may break the rule. And that game can actually get flexed to a Sunday night game. I mean, if it's for the NFC West title, Goodell's going to make a rule change. I just see it.
NBC would be better served to put that game on
that night. I mean, that's going to be a huge game.
For playoff positioning, for the whole conference, it's going to be big, you know, literally.
I cannot wait. That's first things first. We got a big game this weekend. Cardinals, they're not just an easy pushover. We saw that down there.
They're starting Skelton this week.
Oh,
Lindley is not playing Skelton.
Well, remember what happened last time. He kept them in the game until
Cobby came in.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That team.
It's going to be an interesting weekend. It really is.
It will. If they can win this game, all of a sudden, basically, pearls in the oyster. You just got to break it, you know, get it open.
Yeah.
You know, you have a chance to win this division title if you pull this game out, which you should against the Arizona Cardinals.
How do you feel against Buffalo?
You know, Buffalo, they're playing in Toronto. I think it's going to be more of a neutral site crowd. They're Grouponing tickets for this game. So,
are they really?
So literally, you know you're playing a neutral site game. It's going to be neutral site for both of them. It's not a road game.
Wow.
So just go out there and win, literally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's not a 10 a.m. game.
Exactly.
It's 1 o'clock our time, so that's perfect. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a lot of fun. But as for right now, we're going to take a little break. We'll show you a little clip of the Seattle Sports Star of the Year Awards coming up. It's going to be pretty fun. This year's got there's a lot of things for the Sports Star of the Year Awards this year. The Seattle Sports Commission, I think, is going to have a tough time putting together just who deserves to be the Sports Star of the Year in Seattle. So, Zan, you're the man in the control room. Can you roll that clip and we'll swap out and we'll bring on a couple guests.
The Seattle Sports Commission brings you the Northwest premier celebration of Washington sports.
All hail the king. That was an amazing run.
Bosworth, if you bite my head off, you'll have more brains in your stomach than you ever had in your head.
Somebody please bring back the Sonics. Go Dogs.
Go Cougs.
You make up a great city.
Star Academy Awards here in Seattle.
Woo! MTR Western Sports Star of the Year. SeattleSports.org for tickets.
So here we are. We're back. That was a quick one, wasn't it? That was sponsored by Bleachers Pub up in Greenwood. Coldest beer in town. You got to go up there. They got pool. They got darts. Heck, they got video games. They got all kinds of fun going on there. So head on up to Bleachers Pub on 81st in Greenwood. Get yourself a nice cold one. Now, joining me on the set, two of my favorite former Seahawks, Mr. Joe Tafoya, Kerry Carter. Fellas, what's up?
We got to make sure we get that handshake right.
Oh, we got to, man. We got to. Guys, you're not wearing your mask.
Oh, yeah.
Joe's going to feature the mask.
All right.
He loved that helmet. The old fan mask.
I'll be wearing this one at the game.
By Foamheads. They got their foam on. They got their masks on. You'll see them Sunday in the stands, sporting it.
There we go.
Living large.
I might try to get back in the game, man. Think they'll let me in?
You know, it's fun when you get guests
Take
on.
me seriously with this on? No.
I think we can take you seriously. we tried with Joe, but that just didn't work, man. No. But, you know, the guys at Foamheads are gracious to me every year. Jim Bell's an amazing guy. He's always, Big Low, we got to do this. Big Low, we got to do that. Well, now they're trying to concept a defense sign. And that's kind of an honor for me because I was the guy back in the days. I was Mr. Defense before I switched up to C-Fence. And everybody's always, dude, what's C-Fence? And I don't think I've ever really explained it to the players. But
can we get a special teams one? Maybe?
There we go. Hey, that was too,
huh? Right?
What
Can't forget about them.
Let's see. We got defense.
No,
we got offense.
No. I'm not good at math. I don't know.
Wow, special teams. Well, would that be T-Fence?
I don't know if we want to go with the T.
Saint Fence?
Saint Fence. Saint Fence.
Fellas, what are you up to these days? What's life after football like?
Life after football is awesome, man. Started a little family here in town. And,
nice.
Working with one of my favorite people now. We're become very good friends, best of friends, and we got a software development company. We're building software applications, and we kind of live right in
You
that.
can say the name, it's okay.
Right in that cross section of sports and technology, you know.
Nice.
And we just kind of make that our home. That's where we're our strongest.
Yeah, the company's called Jump It Media, and like Joe said, we're in that intersection of sports and technology, and so anything that lives in that realm that can connect the two, that really highlights what some of our former colleagues are doing.
Right.
We're really focused on engagement and how athletes or celebrities engage with fans, and how do you enhance that engagement through social media, digital media.
It's definitely
all
doable.
that stuff.
Yeah.
I had
for
Derek
sure.
Sparks in here. He was running back for Washington Cougars years ago, and great guy. And he's coming up with like a website that's a social media site that kind of incorporates just for fans, so fans can kind of just go. Facebook's one thing, Twitter's another. I mean, Twitter, you really have a lot of interaction with the players. The players really do respond to the fans out there, and it's. I've become more of a Twitter guy than a Facebook guy.
Yeah.
And
That's
back in the
actually
day,
right where we focus. It's like that's if somebody is looking for ways to engage with their fan,
Right.
they'll come to us and we'll help them create a strategy for it.
Nice.
And help them execute it too. I mean, it's
So do you guys have a website or anything that people can go to and contact you guys if they have an idea or?
Well, our world is social media, so you can check us out on Twitter. We're at Jump It Media. We're on Facebook.
You're pretty easy to find on Twitter.
at Joe Tafoya.
Yeah, at
Boy, that's
Kerry
a tough
Carter.
one, huh?
Yeah.
Somehow got my name too, finally. So it's at
Nice.
Kerry Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
call
we're
it
all
as a
around,
Twitter.
man.
You got a couple tough ones there, guys. I mean, hey, if I want to find Joe Tafoya, Kerry Carter, what do I do? Google, baby, Google.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's the mobile linebacker app.
Yep.
Okay, have you guys come out with anything else? I mean, sports apps wise.
No, we've started focusing on more business to business stuff.
Right.
So I've been out selling an application that we've built to NFL teams, the Seahawks, for example. And what it does is it monitors social media feeds. So every team, they put so much money into their guys. They want to keep track of them. They have to do background checks on them. They're out scouting somebody. They need to. These are all new channels
Background
that
check,
they need
that
to
leaves
check.
me out.
They need to monitor these channels, and so we built a piece of software that monitors those feeds, and they're using it right now. and
Nice.
Some of the other NFL organizations.
So
are
your
using
mobile
it.
linebacker app. I got turned on to that by Mr. Chike O'Keefer.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So is he part of you guys?
Yeah, so that was the last company that we went out and we acquired the company with Chike.
Okay.
And then we've decided to kind of start our own thing.
Nice.
And so Chike's still running that company, Viva Vision, and he's advancing mobile linebacker.
Awesome.
And so we've started focusing more on social
I
media.
was playing the heck out of that dang thing.
It's fun.
It
I
was
still
like,
play
man,
it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing it, I don't know, about a week ago. It kept crashing on me. I'm like, what in the heck? Well, I'm finding out that I've got like maxed out space on the old iPad.
Oh, yeah.
And
that happens.
it's kind of more of a mobile phone app anyway, so I was pushing it to the limit.
Well, that's all right.
Hence crashing.
We have to call up the developers and get on them.
Yeah.
Or maybe we can get you to call them up and
There we go.
Yeah.
go kick some ass.
Heck yeah, I'm on it like Blue Bonnet. Man, oh
Leave a
man.
nice little comment for them. They'll get the hint.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So football.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your most fond memory of being a Seahawk? First Joe.
I got to go to the Super Bowl with the Seahawks.
Yes,
and
you did.
One of my
I got to go too.
Yeah, you were there. I
I had to
remember.
pay a lot of money.
Paid in other ways.
Yeah, I paid with some brain cells, I think. I was known as the wedge buster, the R3 on
Yes,
the
you
kickoff
were,
to
man.
run down the field and give up my body. But one of my best memories actually was opening kickoff. I was standing in the middle of the field, kind of looking up, right
Seeing all
before they
those
kicked the
yellow
ball.
towels.
The flashes all around the stadium. I kind of got lost for a second, and my job was to set the wedge.
Oh,
and
no.
so I had totally messed that up because I was busy looking around, lost in the moment.
So it's hard to concentrate.
It's hard to concentrate, for sure.
How long does it take in a Super Bowl to actually get like into the game, like you're actually like normal game?
As soon as you hit somebody, somebody came running down the field and hit me out. Whoa, you wake up.
I don't know if you guys heard
Quickly.
Mark or not, but Mark's over here chiming in as good as he can, and you know, Mark's kind of one of those soft-spoken guys that you can hardly hear anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, Mark, speak loud. Let him hear you, baby.
I've never been called quiet before. That's trippy.
Yes,
First time
I
ever.
can call him quiet. I can. So, favorite moment?
My favorite moment, probably, I didn't get to go to the Super Bowl, actually, was left the team before that, actually signed with Washington, and they beat us on the way to the Super Bowl. So,
Oh, yeah, you were playing with Sean Springs.
Yeah. But
My
I
man.
would say,
Thanks, Sean. Still have it, baby. Still have it.
he's still taking care of you?
Well, Sean gave me this back in the days,
Oh, okay.
and it was
That's
just
a good
like,
dude,
just cool cat, man.
man. Yeah.
But anyhow,
Yeah, man, I had a lot of fun. I think it was the year before, or actually maybe 2 years before, we played Green Bay in the playoffs. And
oh yeah,
that was,
we want the ball and we want to score.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
being back there and returning kicks and you know, in Lambeau Field in the middle of winter, freezing your butt off,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you know,
Well, you
you're in
remember
the
me
game. It was a great atmosphere, a
Waiting
great place to
outside
play.
after you guys
Yeah.
got back from that trip,
Yeah.
freezing
Oh
cold.
yeah, no, I remember that.
I got your shoes, I got Pork Chop Womack shoes, and I got Hasselbeck shoes from that game. That was a pretty cool
Who
little
smelled the
collection.
worst?
I never, you know, that's what's funny. I've
I
never
leave it on
stuck my
Pork
nose
Chop.
in any player's shoes. I've got Kobe Bryant shoes, I got Shaq shoes, I got LeBron shoes.
Not even
I got Dirk shoes. Oh, heck no, man. That's just nasty.
As your passenger
I've never had the
seat.
foot fetish thing, so,
No.
you know, I don't know how that one goes. But I've had friends come over. They'll grab my Jordan shoes, because I got Jordan shoes. And they'll grab them, and they'll stick their nose in them, and it's like, what the hell are you doing? I just want to see what he smells like. It's
Hey,
like,
that's
this is nasty.
That's fan engagement, man.
I mean, can you imagine
That's a
sticking your
moment,
nose in Pork Chop Womack
No,
shoes?
that's why I probably think his would have smelled the worst out of three of us. Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
I worked the penalty box for
Yeah.
the Washington Stealth. Okay, I worked the visitors box, and it's like every time a dude comes in, those guys stink. I mean, you
Yeah.
guys, at least y'all smell manly and like, you know, have like cologne on and stuff after a game.
Old Spice.
Is that what it is?
No.
God, man, you had
That's not
me
a
there.
commercial.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on the way here. So.
God, they just smell nasty. I mean, these guys, do you guys ever wash your clothes? I always ask them. It's like, but their pads and their gloves, they're just,
Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I played against a guy named John Runyon once. And he was a tackle for Philly.
Yeah,
Philly, yeah. I
Nasty,
remember
you know,
Runyon.
big nasty offensive lineman, had hair coming out of his chest, like that, out of his pads.
big old grizzly bear.
I'd swear the guy never changed his pads on his gloves because they smelled so bad. Every time I went against the guy, he'd put his hand on me. After I'd walk away thinking, oh my God. He put his hand
That's a
up in
good
my face
tactic.
one time. I think I had a disease after that.
That's nasty. That is nasty.
That's how offensive line.
That's when you need the shower pill. You guys know about shower pill,
I
right?
know about the shower
Just
pill.
before set,
Yeah,
his
yeah.
little gig.
Yeah, he's doing well out there, man.
He's doing really
Doing
well.
out there.
The shower pill, I'm
Yeah.
seeing it everywhere now.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I was in REI a couple weeks ago. Shower
Yeah,
pill.
shower
Holy
pill.
smokes. Justin, you're moving on up. Tried to get you to advertise on my show, Justin. What the heck, man? Can't get a little love here? Big Low put you out
No
there.
love
Come
for
on,
the low.
Justin. Ready for set? Go!
Come on, Justin. This is for the fans.
Yeah.
No love for the low.
By the
man.
fans.
My show's all
Come
about
on.
a show for the fans, by the fans.
He's probably a really nice guy. I don't even know him. Hi,
He-
Justin.
Yeah, no, he's a good
You've never
guy.
met him?
He's a good dude.
Wow, he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's just,
Even though he went to Cal. It's okay.
we're talking Stanford over
Yeah,
here. How'd you feel about that Husky game this year, man?
You know, I felt, yeah, I was
kinda
at pretty
was
much every
wondering
game this year. I felt like they deserved to win, but I felt pretty bad about it up until we made the Pac-10 championship.
Yeah.
And then I already punched my ticket to Pasadena. So
Nice.
I'll be there, man.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
forgot all about that now.
Oh,
all my
man.
Husky haters out there. Hi haters.
There's a lot, too. When you lost that game,
There is,
Oh man,
It's
they were on me.
Can't go anywhere.
They were on me.
I can't believe
They were
you know,
on
how
me.
people can lambaste people.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a
No
fan
joke.
first.
Yeah.
That's my job. I'm fan first, and then my team. And people say, well, how can you be like that? Well, if you hate the other fans, I mean, it takes us all. It takes us all. We all want the same thing. We're all hoping for that big championship one day.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who you root for. As long as you're rooting, that's
Yeah.
what it's about. It's the
Having
love of the
fun.
game. So I have a tough time with that one.
Yeah, and I know the Seahawks love playing at home.
Oh, yeah.
And the biggest reason that they love playing at home is the 12th man.
Oh, boy.
the fans.
We take
I mean,
pride in
that and the speedy turf.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That makes a difference. It really does.
I can imagine.
You practice on them all week.
We're talking about Seahawks at home now. What's your take? Okay, Richard Sherman, Brandon Browner, Winston Guy has already been serving a suspension. Now we got the two of the biggest players on our team, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, our defense the last few weeks, has just like nosedived. Is this all like an effect of these little PEDs or, I mean, Adderall?
Yeah.
What's your take?
It's a long season, so I can understand the defense having a couple games where they kind of, you know, they take a step back. But in this situation, you know, what Brandon's doing and taking that, he's making that conscious decision. It's hard for me to say what Richard's thinking right now because, you know, for him to continue to play knowing what the risks are, he must know something that we don't know. So, you know,
I don't
it's
even know
hard
what
to.
Adderall does. What is it like?
It's for ADHD.
ADHD.
Yeah,
It's supposed to enhance your mind, build your stamina, you know, make you work better and perform better.
If you're gonna get busted on something, why does it gotta be Adderall? Like, take some steroids.
Red Bull, it gives you wings. No, it doesn't. The other day I poured a can of Red Bull. The other day I poured a can of Red Bull on a caterpillar. They say Red Bull gives you wings. He drowned.
Yeah.
So come on now. That's not true. Oh, man.
I mean, if you think about what's going on with the Seahawks right now, the two biggest players, I have to believe that somewhere in the organization they made a conscious decision. One of them said, I'm going to sit these next couple of games out, or the coach sat him down and said, hey, you're going to sit this next couple of games out. This guy's got to be active. And that way one of them's playing and the other one isn't. You know? Like, you don't have a business at this level when guys get to make their own decisions like that. It doesn't work like that, I'm sorry. So somebody inside of the organization has to be helping them make these decisions.
Is that a
strategic
discipline thing? Because I know the guy you guys played under in Seattle, that would have never flown. That would have never flown under Holmgren, I don't think.
It might be. I think I agree with Joe though. Like that, thinking about the whole situation where it is right now, it makes sense that, you know what, if we can't lose both of you. But let's take a chance on one. This one, okay, we know we got to have one year for the playoffs.
Right.
And like you said, they have depth at that position. You know, with Walter, with Marcus, you know, representing
Jeremy Lane. I mean, this kid, he's been doing it on special teams. I just love watching this kid's speed. And I have a good feeling that you know, Kelly Jennings, I really liked Kelly. Kelly played hard, and he was one of the littler guys, but he always tried to prove it, you know. And there was times that he got beat, yes, and times where he didn't make the big plays, but there was times where he did things that the other guys weren't doing. He showed that heart. I think Jeremy Lane's one of those guys that wants to step up and say, hey, I'm here to play.
All he needs the opportunity.
Sometimes that's all it takes is the opportunity. I played 8 seasons in the NFL, and the guy in front of me never went down.
Oh, man.
That's just the way it goes.
All you need is that one chance.
Timing.
Yeah, for sure.
He gets that chance, and I mean, look at Tom Brady.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's a whole list of guys that have proven themselves in opportunities like this. So we're all rooting for you, man. Do your thing.
Definitely.
But you did well for yourself, too. I mean, you know, the fans that see the game for the game, you know, we watched what you did. And you were key on a lot of stuff. So it was a pleasure to watch you play. Kerry, man, watching you run that ball, I mean, you just showed guts and determination all the time. And my buddy Kenny, you know Kenny, you know, I mean, he had such respect for you, and right away, I mean, he made me a fan of you right away. And it's just like, man, why do we always lose the guys that we just love? I mean, you know, it's the Roy Lewis thing. Feel bad for him. Pete brought him in on some kind of, they brought him in for a tryout the other day, I guess. He was at the VMAC, and it was all for naught. You know, and so I texted him today and said, you know, hey, what's, you know.
That happens.
And I just don't understand the characteristic of bringing somebody in and then just kind of like, you know, trying to get people's mind off of what's going on. Is that what it was all about?
You know what always upset me was I played on 4 different teams in my career. And in the in-between of those, you have to go and you have to do this traveling circus where a team calls you in. Josh Brown's going through it right now. They call you in the day before. You have to try out. So you're always having to stay in shape. You always have to run the 40-yard dash. You know, so you're basically training. Every team tells you the same thing. well, we got this roster spot, but we're gonna maybe activate somebody else, or hey, we'll keep you on our list.
Yeah.
And that part of football, people don't ever really see it. The part that upsets me is guys that are great dudes in the locker room, like help bring people together.
Lawyer Malloy. Yeah,
the nucleus of a team. Usually he's the guy that you don't see out on the field really making too much of an impact because, you know, for whatever reason. But those guys are undervalued.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Who was that guy on your teams when you guys played?
Besides me?
Besides yourself?
Like, right there.
Thanks for the plug. I appreciate that.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
No, there were quite a
there at
few.
that
When we lost Hutchinson, I think that kind of damaged
that was
things,
it.
right?
That was it.
The offensive line as a unit, there was a guy, Chris Gray. You didn't
yeah,
really hear
I
a whole
remember
lot
Chris.
about Chris Gray.
62, baby.
Just a great dude, you know?
Always found a place
Right.
for him somewhere.
Yeah, and when they lost sort of the soul of the team, everything started going away after that.
Yeah.
You know?
They lost a toughness
A
with
lot
that
of people
too.
saw that. That's for sure.
Was Holmgren really hard to play for, like, in terms of writing you guys, or was he?
I personally loved it. Like I like that style of coaching, you know. Yeah. So for me, he's very detail oriented. Even though he focused on the offense, he let the defense do their thing. He didn't really, you know, he wasn't in there in defensive meetings coaching them up, but he knew what he wanted from an organizational standpoint. He let the coaches do their jobs, and
You kind of delegated, basically?
yeah. You know, other than the quarterback, because he would step in there
That was
quite
his-
often.
yeah,
Yeah, that's his thing.
You always knew where you stood with Holmgren.
Oh yeah,
Like,
He was a straight
yeah.
shooter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was wearing a beanie cap and a vest one day, and he walks over and he goes, "You look like you just came from the docks."
Way to go, Mike.
Yeah, but he is a
Thanks,
straight
Coach.
shooter, though.
Appreciate it.
You know what? Sometimes his shorts were a little bit too high. I just have to.
Oh
make a
yeah,
mistake.
no, we made.
You walk around with
yeah.
those high shorts.
Yeah.
you're like, man, pull up your socks.
Nice. So, there's life after football.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
we're
Awesome.
living proof, man.
Well, any websites you guys want to plug or anything you want to say? You know, last moments of parting.
Yeah, just you know, if there's a way for your fans that they want to have a real conversation with some real people, you know, at Joe Tafoya, at Kerry Carter,
Yeah.
touch
Awesome.
base with us. We'll answer you.
Yeah,
Whatever.
we're all about
Talk some-
reaching out,
talk some
man.
football.
Man,
Life
fellas, I
after.
appreciate you coming in studio.
Yeah.
We are out here in the boonies, but it's always
all
good
good.
to see the faces that you used to root for and still do.
We appreciate it.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it's a pleasure, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Next up, I got my new ink. Got a little Jessica Hopkins going on there on the arm, and you can sort of see it, but gosh, I can't really twist the arm around right. But some fresh ink by Scotty Tagg out there at Dermafex Tattoo. We're gonna roll that clip of Jessica Hopkins that we tried showing last week, but it was kind of hidden behind the two of them on set. So you'll be able to see it. Check it out. We're gonna swap these guys out. Bring on Mr. Jim Bell, former San Francisco 49er, Super Bowl champion, and the creator of the foam head. Stay tuned. That is one tough girl right there. Phenomenal football player. She plays wide receiver. She plays safety. You know what? She probably even played center, quarterback. I mean, the girl is dedicated to the game. I've not seen a lot of guys that I know put that much effort into playing the game that she loves or he loves, and she's phenomenal. Seattle Mist play next Saturday night at the Showwear Center in Kent. Get your tickets now. You can get them at showwearcenter.com, or you can go to the Seahawks game this weekend, and the girls are going to be tailgating. They'll be around and about all over the place. So you'll be able to get your tickets personally from one of the beautiful ladies of the Seattle Mist. Whew! So, onward and upward on the Big Sports Lowdown. Now, we got a special guest in studio. This guy, I met him a couple years ago. We were on the set of a Q13 shoot for Q13 Fox Morning News, and fell in love with the guy right away. Yes, he's a 49er, but you know what? Fan first. And when I met them, you know, Jeff and Jim were a couple of guys that had an idea in mind. Well, I think it was more like Jim's idea, but we'll hear that from him. Jim Bell, welcome to the show.
How you doing, Big Love?
God, look at that beautiful ring, man.
There it is.
Look at that Hummer. God dang, man. That's like, woo!
It's a blessing.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful ring.
Thank you.
Gosh. So let's first talk career. It was a short career, yes.
Yep, short
but
career.
Injuries do that to people.
I was a tailback, and I played at Boston College.
Played at BC.
In the 80s.
That was
Flutie.
Flutie days, yeah.
Back in the Flutie days, yeah. I was a freshman when he threw the Hail Mary.
You mean that guy that's too short? He can't play in the NFL.
Yeah.
You can't see over the line.
Can't see. Can't
Russell
throw.
Wilson!
Yeah, so that was a great experience.
Yeah.
Then I was drafted in
Were you there for the
No, red shirt. Unfortunately.
God, that was...
I wasn't there.
You know, that's one of those plays that you just never forget. I mean, it runs in different commercials throughout life, and it's just amazing. So you had the career at Boston College.
Yep. Then drafted rookie year by the 49ers. Got my ring.
A certain coach you all know?
Coach Holmgren.
Mike Holmgren.
Yep, and that's how I started Foamheads, actually.
Really?
I had a promotional product company, and I had to come up with an idea. I had Seahawks Radio in '99 when Holmgren was coming from Green Bay, and they wanted to come up with an idea. And I come up with Hawkhead, so I got this. Went to the finger
Zan,
foam.
can we show the Hawkhead?
The original Hawkhead. Right there.
That's the original.
Finger foam, just like the #1 hand.
Boy, that's a long ways
That
from
was
where you guys are at
that was
today.
actually a bird hat that was done for a bird convention that got right off the shelf that they never sold. So I said, "Wow, that looks like the logo. Let's call that the Hawkhead." So I came up with Hawkhead, and then I'm thinking, I got to come up with something here.
I remember
do it for
seeing
every
people
team.
run around with those things.
I know, it was amazing. And we raised some money for the Pete Rose Foundation.
Nice.
Which was great.
God rest his soul. What a great man.
Awesome.
Great, man.
Great to be part of that. And then I had to come up with the name Foamheads. And I came up with the name Foamheads, which is the head of foam. Thought it was simple. And went to the NFL and said I had an idea and I wanted to do it. And they said, go for it. Show me some concepts. And they'd actually told me to go to college and try college, and I did 26 college teams. And went from there, and it was a fight to get them to do it. But then it took me 3 years to get the license.
Luckily, I've got to see some of you guys' first concepts and stuff, and I look at some of those things, and I'm like, are you serious? You come from that? I mean, those are beautiful.
Oh, one of the original one that was in three-dimensional foam was hard as a rock.
Really?
It was brutal. It came out of overseas, and it was just bad. And then I had a great Disney sculptor. That's how I did this.
No kidding.
Disney sculptor Kenny Tompkins is his name, and he's a great sculptor. And the only way I did this was through him. Because they couldn't make the sculpts overseas. So
I'll be darned.
He's a sculptor, and I give him a 3D shot of what I wanted, and he would actually make it out of clay and send it to me on email, and I'd be like, "Whoa!" It was like having a child born every time I saw one. It was unbelievable. Just to create a product for the fan, being a player.
Oh, yeah.
Is the greatest gift I could ever have.
Well, every time you come up with something new, I mean...
Oh, it's great. And fan foam
this
is
just
beautiful
floors
thing.
me, man.
Yeah.
I mean...
That's EVA foam, layered
If you
foam.
guys could see this thing...
Yeah, it's a wall sign.
The green might kind of be transparent, but, you know, this is awesome.
Great.
I mean, it's 3D. You can see the different layers.
Yeah.
This is new.
Yeah, it's called fan foam. We're doing it for all leagues, all teams. We're also coming out with a defense sign, which I don't have here, but we're coming up with that. Inspired by you, we might have to do a C fence.
Woo! Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep. So that's good.
Man.
And then we also do the Fox robot. We do the action figure, 10-inch action figure.
Here's the mini one.
And then the mini one, a 3-inch action figure. That's a plastic PVC foam.
There's the real thing. That's
there's the real one.
This is the new version.
The new version on TV.
Okay, Cletus, the last one, they kind of kicked to the curb and they wanted a more
they made a nicer,
sexy version.
cooler one. Yeah, very cool.
That,
more colorful. It's nice.
It's
a
sexy.
good-looking robot.
Nice.
Man, if I was a female robot, whew, I'd be all over you, Cletus.
You'd be going after
No,
that.
Cletus can beat us.
And now we have another product we just came out with called the Fan Mask. This is a fan mask
Those
you
are
can
pretty
wear,
awesome.
you can get autographed, you can hang them on the wall. Great collectible.
Oh boy, you know
We're doing those in all the teams. We're doing the college will be next year.
You can pick these up.
That's brand new.
At foamheads.com, or you can really pick them up at the pro shop, the team shop down, on the field, onthefield.com. In fact, I was there today. I tried on a 4X Marshawn Lynch jersey, and it fit. Thank you, God. I cannot believe I fit in a 4X jersey. Wow. Progress, man.
That's good.
You know, what you guys are doing, Jim, it's phenomenal. I mean, these things are so fun.
Yeah.
You guys also do the face, are they war face?
Yeah, the war face.
The war face?
Yeah. This is taking over that for football.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more of a hockey item.
You still have the Seahawk ones, though, right? Do you have any of those?
No,
left?
never made Seahawks.
You never did?
No. NFL wouldn't do that. Too much hockey.
But you did Sounders.
We did Sounders, yep.
So,
we got
so
MLS.
Do you have all MLS teams in those?
Yep.
Okay.
We got the Huskies and Cougars.
And then baseball, you guys are doing the
baseball. We're doing a catcher's mask.
Oh,
I'll come back on when that comes out.
That is going to be
Show
awesome.
That's a great item.
So what about the robots? Did Fox change the baseball robots also?
Yeah, actually, we're talking about doing the robot in baseball. They're just about to get that on TV. They got a new 24-hour channel they're going to launch. So that's going to transform right into the programming.
Wow.
Same body style, which is cool.
Lots of
just
things.
love a baseball hat on instead
Holy
of a helmet.
smokes.
So yeah, it's great.
Well, if you're into helping out my cause for the 21 families, yes, 21 families I'm helping for Christmas. I'm doing a lot of envelopes, and Jim has donated a lot of cool stuff for this. So, if you want to win cool prizes, maybe get yourself one of these items. Make sure you help out Santa's biggest helper. I'll be at the game this weekend with envelopes, raffle tickets, and in the raffle, we're going to raffle off some cool, I'm going to put together a cool gift package of Foamheads equipment. And you're really going to dig it if you win that basket because it's got all things Seattle sports. So, on that note, Jim, man, website,
Foamheads.com.
Foamheads.com.
Yep. That's our site.
If somebody watching decides to order something, can we do like a big low promo? Maybe get a little percentage off?
Sure, yeah. We'll try something. Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah.
All right. So stay tuned for that. I'll announce that on the show here next week or two. And we will keep you posted on that. So, Jim, man.
Hey, thanks,
pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Make sure you
thank you.
Very cool product, Jim.
Thank you.
Make sure you put my ring back in its box where it belongs. That is beautiful, man. It's just an honor. I mean, you know.
We'll take a look. I'll let the Seahawks win the game against them, no problem.
See, there you go. We're going to win that game on the 23rd because Jim said so.
It's all set, man.
Yeah, baby. All right, we're going to run a little song for you and then bring on our next guest. This song's got a pulse-pounding feel to it. You're going to like it. No, you're going to love it because it makes you part of the Hawk Gang.
Seattle, 12th man, stand up, Deranged Pit, T-Kill, Tad, let's go. I'm all in, earn everything, compete. In the words of Snyder and Coach P, an opposition know our talent is so deep that they have night terrors of talents at Long Beach. If it's real in the field, you better come with your cleats on. We sprinting out the tunnel with the Dr. Dre beats on. We're so clean, thanks to Nike for the new fits. A lot of people hating, boss fam think they too sick. That dark beast blue with that light wolf gray got us looking like some preachers, y'all looking like the prey. That evergreen line mixed in with the white, plus the feathers on the digits got us about to take flight. it's on site. All that talking, you can miss me. If you wanna with my squad, we can meet up at the 50 and call the toss in the air at the same time. I elect to receive, now it's game time. You see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock blue and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's you see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock blue and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's way deeper than X's and O's. When the ball's kicked off, non-threats get exposed. Our special team serves, their methods leave burns. It's a fair catch or run, all the rest will be earned. It starts with a line, sprinting downfield with Leon the Machine with the ball right behind. He moves like the Flash, one blink then he gone. He gon' break for the zone, now he taking it home. It's a 4-round bout, you wanna last through the fight. First you gotta go through Hill, Wagner, and Wright. Big Red, Mebane, and Jason Jones will leave a back on his back for trying to take it home. Guy and Johnson for certain, True still at it. Chris Clemens caused havoc in the speedster is Irvin when the D is emerging. You bound to get smacked by Cam, picked by Browner, E.T. or Sherman. You see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock blue and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's you see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock blue and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's Old Kung, Old Miguel, Carpenter, McKiston. Got the left side on lock, pay attention. Unger under center, above him is a winner. Matt Flynn or Russell Wilson, neither one of them's a killer. Reno Giacomini, Sweezy, Moffitt, keep the right side shut down and form a pocket. Russell takes a 5-step drop, then he cocks it. It's the rocket, nothing you do can stop it. He'll toss it to Baldwin, Sidney, Braylon, Obu or Golden Tate. We're not playing, they're red zone threats and our ends are the pillars. Ev Moore, Ant McCoy, and Zach Miller. Our backfielders move with the steam. Mike Robinson, the full slick moving in between. Turban, the Hulk, and the Beast Mode Lynch running straight downhill, bulldozing your defense. You see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock blue and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's you see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock blue and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's
That's what I am talking about right there. Does it get any better than that? Are you part of the Hawk Gang? Well, I know I'm part of the Hawk Gang. What makes us part of the Hawk Gang? That's what I want to know. I mean, is it a certain club that we're in? Is it a certain gang that we're in? No. Being part of 66,607 fans on Seahawks Sunday, that's what makes you part of the Hawk Gang. I really want it to come back to where it's just Seahawk fans in the stands. Back in the days, 2003, 2004, 2005, 6, 7, it was all Hawks. It was all Hawk fans. But now, it seems like there's a percentage, and sometimes a big percentage of the other team's fans there. So, are you part of the Hawk Gang? Mr. Deranged Pitt, a.k.a. Danny Pitt. Man, what's up, buddy?
Not much. I'm good, man. How you doing?
You know me. I'm just living large.
Yes,
well,
indeed.
you're living large too, man.
I feel you, man.
It's nice because somebody kind of makes me look small.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah,
Who would have thunk when you were that little kid growing up that, you know, you'd kind of like, you know, be big like Low?
Man, I sprouted.
Yes, you did, man. It's awesome.
Yes, indeed.
So, Hawk Gang.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is like the third rendition?
This is the third, man.
So this is Hawk Gang 3.
Hawk Gang 3.
Featuring Tad.
Tad.
Where's Tad at in it?
Shout out to Tad, man. Tad's on the hook. If you listen, he's the one humming Hawk Gang.
Okay.
That's Tad, man. Big shout out to Tad, man, because he came through for me and did it for me on short notice.
How's he doing these days? What's he up to? I mean,
he's good.
He used to be big.
Oh yeah, he's still a legend. You know what I'm saying? He's still doing his thing. He got his own studio.
Nice.
Witch Ape Studio. You know, shout out to Tad again.
Heck yeah,
man.
give them shouts outs if
you know.
That's what it's about, buddy.
He's been recording other bands and stuff, and still doing his thing.
Nice.
You know, he's still active.
Nice. So, how'd you come up with the concept?
When I first did the first Hawk Gang, man, that was the year when we had to play Chicago that first round, and you know, I was just really feeling it. You know, I was just really pumped up for the team, and you know, my one of my friends, Babe Beats, he had this NFL sounding beat, you know, that he sent me. and I just had to quick, you know, spur the moment to do it, man. You know, do it for the team, man.
Cool.
So I did that, you know what I'm saying? Then I had a lot of good responses from it, you know, it was short notice. And then after that, you know, next year, did another one. And
I saw your picture with Sid Rice. Did you get a copy to him?
Sherman.
Or
yeah, Sherman.
Was it Richard?
Yeah, I
okay.
seen Sherman.
Did he get a picture or a shot of it?
I shot it to Sherman. You know, I don't know if he heard it yet. I haven't seen him since, but I definitely gave him a couple copies.
So I know I played it for a couple guys, and they're like, "Dang, Lo, that's sick."
Yeah,
you know, so it's just like I'm wondering. I gotta ask a couple guys, has it been played in the locker room yet? Because it's destined for the locker room. I mean,
yeah, that's another thing that I feel it needs to be in there. You know, get them pumped up because I know every time I hear it, you know, I get.
I think they need to play it on the stadium sound.
Yeah, I agree.
You know that and the Seahawks anthem by my boy Daryl S. Diamonds.
Man, I agree.
Man,
I mean,
definitely. You guys have created songs that are for the fans.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. We're part of the Hawk Gang.
Yes, indeed.
Man, oh man. So, what's next for Deranged Pit, the Sea Monster?
The Sea Monster. Yeah, you know, I'm working on a lot of music right now. You know, me and my label, you know, Boss Fam Official. Shout out to Boss Fam. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, where's your bro today?
Deuce One, you know, he was going to come, but he couldn't make it. You know, he had some other things to deal with. But shout out to Deuce One, man. You know, he was going to be here today, but he had to handle some things.
Sometimes it's that way. We get busy.
Yes, indeed.
It's a busy time of year. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, definitely. But, you know, I'm going to hold it down for Boss Fam regardless.
Cool.
But, yeah, we all working on new music, you know.
So do you have a studio somewhere you're working in? Or
we got a little pre-production type studio right now, you know, where we do some work at, you know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much all we got right now.
Nice.
You know, we do our work there, though.
Pre-pro, and then where do you guys go to lay it all down, lay the tracks down?
No, we go to another studio sometimes where we just get it mixed down real good. You know, that usually does it, you know, get a nice, good mix.
Because this is a good sound. I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, it's one of those ones that sounds professionally done, so.
Yeah, shout out to TKL, man. He made the beat. You know what I mean? My guy TKL, that's one of my producers I work with. I got like 6 producers. He's one of the ones I work with. He's doing like my whole first album that I'm working on right now.
Nice.
So yeah, shout out.
When's that coming out?
Still working on it. I'm trying to push for summer though, man.
Summertime?
Yeah, aiming for the summer, definitely.
So how can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook. You know, search Deranged Pit. You know, it's Deranged with a U, 2 T's. Or you can find me on Twitter at the Sea Monster. You know what I'm saying?
Sea Monster.
Yes, indeed. I'm pretty much everywhere, man. So, you know, just type in Google. You can even Google me. I'll pop up, you know?
Awesome. Well, the Hawk Gang. You got 3 of the Hawk Gang right here, right now.
Yes, indeed.
We're just chilling in studio with our little Hawk Gang of our own.
Mm-hmm.
The Foam Heads. Oh, yeah.
That's killing right there.
You know, I gave one of these to Marshawn, and he's like, dang, that looks like part of my helmet.
I know, it does. It's wicked, ain't it?
It's pretty sick, man. It's a good look for you.
I know.
I think you need to go on stage with that.
I know, I do, if it'll fit, you know what I'm saying?
There it is, man. There it is.
Yeah.
I told you it'd fit. Man.
In there.
God, you even look like Beast Mode.
Yeah.
That's pretty sexy.
That's C Mode. Shout out to Marshawn.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, about that time, a few thank yous to do. Holy smokes. I'd like to thank everybody that chipped in on the Santa's Biggest Helper thing. I got a lot of great sponsors this year. Snappy Dragon, El Gaucho, Seattle Team Shop, La Costa, OnTheField.com, the Foam Heads, Massage Clinic up in Everett, the Washington Stealth, Seahawks, the Mariners, the Sounders, Seattle Mist. Their game next Saturday at the Showware Center. You got to get to it. Got to check it out. Louis G's Pizza in Fife, Dermafex Tattoo, Rod, thanks a bunch, man. Huge donations out of them. There's so many people I'd love to thank, but you know, I got to give a shout out to the old sponsors here. Shane Topol and Bleachers Pub up in Greenwood, Christian and Noah at Jack Nut Apparel, Rick Burgess over there at Coastline Signs out in Aberdeen, the boys at Shocking Goat. Man, I love my watch, guys. Man, where did I put it? I put it somewhere today, and I can't even find the darn thing. It's somewhere lost in the toys here. ShockingGoat.com. Get their watches. They're pretty darn cool. Ty at Homer's Apparel, Jeremy Bryan at Rain City Catering, Geeks Ride Apparel, Rod, Scotty, Cody, and Chantel at Dermafex. Love those guys. Fresh Ink. Oh, boy, is that sucker hurting. Whoo! Sometimes they smart. And that one, that's smarts. Zan and Corinne in the show, up in the control room out there doing their thing. My co-host, Mark Miller. Once again, Deranged Pit, Foam Heads, Kerry Carter, Joe Tafoya. Man, that's a lot of thank yous. But you've been watching the Big Sports Lowdown with Big Low. I am Big Low, reminding you to have a sports fantastic day. Go Seahawks!
Go Hawks.
Seattle.
Yes, indeed.